Okay, so I got one more of these work style problems I want to look at. You've got Sally and Macy, and they are room painters. All right, Sally can do 3 rooms in 8 hours. Macy can do 4 rooms in 10 hours. So the rooms are not the same number. The hours are not the same number. Okay. Got 3 questions. Who's the fastest? Uh, how long will it take them to paint one room if they were working together? And how much damage can they do in 5 hours? How many rooms can they paint in 5 hours? All right, so ultimately, I know to answer these questions, I need to find their together rate. So to do that, first thing I want to do is I want to get the time part the same. All right, 8 hours and 10 hours are not the same. Now, I could multiply the top equation by 10 and the bottom equation by 8, and that way they would both be an 80, and that would totally be fine. That would be a good way to work this problem. Uh, to make the number smaller, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the least common multiple for 8 and 10, and that is the number 40. So to make these numbers a 40, I'm just going to scale up these equations by multiplying by certain numbers. Okay. I'm going to multiply the top equation by 5. All right, that way the 8 becomes a 40. So it's going to be, for Sally, it's going to be 15 rooms in 40 hours. Boy, a 40-hour work week. She does 15 rooms. All right, and then for Macy, I can make the bottom equation of 40 here if I multiply by 4. Okay, and that would give us 16 rooms in the same amount of time, 40 hours. Okay, and I can go ahead and answer number 1. Macy's the faster worker. Okay, she's doing 16 rooms in 40 hours, and Sally's only doing 15. Slowpoke. All right, now let's find out what their together rate is, so that way we can get our other questions solved. Together, since they're both 40 hours now, they can do 31 rooms combined. Okay, if you were to combine their efforts, if she's doing 15 and she's doing 16, that's 31 altogether, right, in a 40-hour period. Since we want to know what it takes to do one room, all right, I'm going to take this equation and I'm going to solve for one room. Okay. And that's just going to be 40 divided by 31. All right, I'm taking this part and I'm dividing it by 31 so that I get one room. And so I got to do 40 divided by 31 as well. Okay. 40 divided by 31. That's my answer in hours. If I multiply it by 60, this is our answer in minutes. So for one room, it's about 77 minutes, 77.4 minutes. Okay, or 77.4 minutes. Nice. All right, let me take that same equation, that 31 room, 40 hour. Okay, I want to play with this equation again, but this time I want to see what can happen in order to get 5 hours. All right, what they can do in 5 hours. So straight away, what I notice is I can take the 40 hours and divide it by 8, and that will give me 5. So if I take this equation and divide it by 8, I'm going to get 31 divided by 8 rooms. That's the part that I'm interested in 5 hours. Okay. The other way, I guess, is you could always, divide by 40, and then you could multiply by whatever number you need to. I could have divided by 40 and then multiplied by 5. That would have done the same thing. So let's do 31 divided by 8. And that's 3.875 rooms. That's my answer to the last question. 3.875. Yeah, that will work. It's about 4 rooms in 5 hours. It's not bad. All right, that's good.